Hi, I'm Steve Hayes, and I want to tell you what's...
Steve Hayes! Oh my! I love this dude. Total fanboy. Let's see what he's got to say.
What's happening at ACT Bootcamp for Behavior Analysts. It's happening in Reno in March 7th through the 10th.
Reno. That's where I'm from.
We heard about ACT and about Bootcamp. I want to tell you why this one is a really special one. It's going to be very, very cool because it kind of brings together some things that I think are really important that BCBAs around the world are realizing are important. We've got an awesome group of people who are coming in to do the training. 4 days, 3 of them have evening events that sort of walk this thing out. The metaphor of boot camp is that you can come in as a new recruit not knowing that much, and you go out ready to fight, ready to rumble, ready to get something done. And so the guarantee we kind of make here, or the goal we set for ourselves, is that you will walk out the door ready the very next week to do some things that are different for the people that you serve that'll make a difference. But it's also there for researchers and others who want to kind of figure out how this all fits together. ACT and RFT and the principles on which based, I think, are important across the wide scope of behavior analysis, not just as a practice, but also as a discipline. So what's different about this one? Well, I'm going to be starting things off, talking about the history of ACT and RFT and sort of how it dealt with this issue of rule governance, the impact of rule governance on our behavior, things that Skinner kind of laid out, but then drilling down as to why is that, what is different about that. And that led, as some of you know, into this relational frame theory take on human language and cognition, which really is about as behavioral theory as you can get. It's language and cognition is an operant. But it's a special kind of operant, a relational operant that changes how we interact with other features of the world, including how behavioral principles operate. So I'm going to walk you through the history of that, why those adjustments were made, why they make good behavioral sense. And it's sitting on top of now just the RFT stuff, 300-400 studies. I mean, it's not like a little part of the work, it's a big body of work. And it's absolutely comprehensible. This is not something that's woo, it's not La La Land, it's not out of outer space, but it does change our thinking. And then Mark Dixon's going to be coming in and walking out what he's doing and working with children with developmental disabilities, but also in sort of extending this into educational settings, schools, with the PEAK program and with the AIM program, which is an extension of acceptance and commitment training out into an educational setting. Evil and Gould will be linking this up to parent training and some of the other things that behavior analysts normally do, and issues of diversity and other things that we really need to attend to. And in the evening, Ramona Human-Farr will be doing some work on applying ACT and RFT and evolution science principles to organizational settings. A crew from Fit Learning, which is applying RFT concepts to driving fluency in educational contexts, will be doing some work. And then on day 4, David Sloan Wilson, a real friend of behavior analysis, a major evolutionary biologist from Binghamton University, is going to be there talking about how we've taken ACT and RFT up into an evolution science view of the promoting prosociality in small groups, and the particular focus that we're going to be focusing on there are the groups that you're part of in your practice. And so, for example, how do you arrange your supervision teams? How do you arrange your clinic and your work teams in such a way that you really get around that kind of competition when really what we need is cooperation, or people stepping back when they really need to step forward? And there's a science of that, some of which comes out of evolution science principles, some out of organizational behavior management. Ramona Human-Farr and David will be working together on exercises and so forth that will apply this to your actual group. So if you can show up with people actually from your clinic as a team, you can sit together and you can work out, how are you going to best function as a team to get the job done in the interests of the people that you serve. And of course, just having your business succeed. And so that's pretty different. Now, one of the things I want to point to that's really exciting about this is this evolution science take, and how this thing that, after all, Skinner's last dying sentence was on how variation selection was critical to behavior analysis, and wrote entire articles on how continuous reinforcement is a different kind of selection-based stream along there with cultural development and genetic, continuous survival and genetics. As we've built that out into more extended evolutionary synthesis, there's a hole that opens up that behavior analysis is primed to step into. And so David and myself have a recent book called Evolution and Contextual Behavioral Science, or Reintegration. And the reintegration is to go back kind of with what the founders of behavior analysis hoped would happen in placing this natural science perspective right inside this functional contextual perspective on the life sciences. The queen of all the theories of life sciences is evolution science. And this isn't just kind of hand waving. I think if you come, what you'll see is that we're delivering the goods on being able to move the clientele that you work with, but also expand our vision of the practice that we're engaged in and the discipline we're part of, to take behavioral principles elaborated by RFT and nestled inside an extended evolutionary synthesis to be able to take that everywhere that human beings go. Not in an arrogant way, we've got a lot to learn, but in a way that gives proper attention and due weight to our tradition and what we bring to the table. So if you want to be part of that, you want to be here. It's March 7th through the 10th. It's going to be really cool. And I promise you, you'll walk out the door different than the way you walked in. I look forward to seeing you there.
So I had heard about this stuff in 2013 and I was like, I'm interested. So I handed out flyers so I could go for free. It was really different. And you'll see I'm a pretty big reader in this topic too. You see, Context Press, all of those were the printing press that they started. This all was part of it, but then this is the good stuff too, and that's the one that most people, have beef with. So what Praxis has done is created a $50 off coupon that anybody like yourself could use to just knock that right off. You're gonna use this code at the link that I've linked down below. It has to be to those two for it to work. And just a heads up, they are a Patreon supporter of this, so this is a ad. I want to make sure that I'm very clear with you on that. I'm finding that it's better to partner up with people on things that I'm very passionate about. I am most stoked about David Sloan Wilson and Day 4. Pro-social is something I've been very, very eager to learn more about. I have learned about it, watched it online, even signed up, but I want to see the data. A couple other things. I'm going to be filming there a lot. It's going to be awesome. Say what's up. We're also going to do just like this public meetup, hangout, bar situation, just kind of hopping around, coffee, whatever people are into. And Patreon supporters of this channel, we're going to meet up in some sort of fashion. Haven't quite figured the details out. I'm gonna see what sort of hookup we can get for something fun to do in the city one evening. Steve hopped on in September to talk about the new book that he and David Sloan Wilson were working on. It's linked up here on the side or down below somewhere. Mark your calendars for February 6th.
One of the questions that comes up is how does this fit within my scope of practice? Well, you have to distinguish between the competency and scope of practice. So
mark your calendars for February 6th. That is when we have another episode dropping on this channel. Do me a favor, check out another video after this. It really helps out. Like, share, subscribe if you're into this sort of stuff. And I'm stoked. I'll see you there. That's your Daily BA.